everybody, welcome to my class. So today we are going to continue the same lesson. Already we have started a lesson in order to prepare our English Olympiad class. So what was the lesson? The lesson was verbs. You have already gone through the definition and the forms of it. We have discussed helping verbs, main verbs, and we have discussed the first form, second form and the third form of the verb. But I missed to discuss V4 and V5. It means fourth form of the verb and fifth form of the verb. So I am going to discuss that now. See, understand one thing. V1 means first form of the verb. V2 is the second form of the verb. V3 is the third form. V4 is the fourth form and V5 is the fifth form of verb. What is this V here? What is this V here? This V means verb. What is the meaning of this V? Verb. Verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, verb 4 and verb 5. Okay. So, I am going to give some examples so that you can understand V4 and V5 also. Because this I have already discussed, so it's like a revision class, half revision, half something new. Okay. Now, as I have already said that the root word, the main action word is always V1. The pure word, the main action word or the doing word. We also call those words as root words. Those words are V1, the first form of the verb. So, any action word you can take, like I am writing one action word, cook. Okay. Another, play. Next, fly. Or you can write any, cry. Let me use some common words so that you can understand. Cry. Though fly is also an irregular verb, I have already discussed fly, flew, flown. So just go through the old videos also. Okay. Another one, jump. Okay. Now let me write these. These all are V1. Okay. First form of the verb. Now coming to the V2. V2 will be cooked. V3 will also be cooked. As it is regular verb, so only we have to add ed. This I have already discussed. In regular verb, we add d or ed. Now coming to V4. One thing you have to remember here, V4 means all the ing forms, means ing forms. Ing forms. So here, how can we make V4? There is a rule. Always use ing with V1. That will be V4. Like it is cook, it will be cooking. Okay. Cooking. And V5 will be cooks. It means that in V5 we add only S or ES. Okay. S or ES. But in V4 we add ing. Another one, play, played, played. This is also regular, that's why ed we are adding here, and it will be playing. V4 is ing form and it will be plays. V5 will be plays. We have to add s with it. Okay. Played, played, playing, plays. Same way, cry, cried, cried. These all I have written regular verbs. Okay. Cried, and this will be crying. C-R-I. I have already said one rule here. Have a look to this one. If we have y here, then we remove this y. In place of y, we use I. Okay. We remove this y and in this place we use I and ed, regular verb rule. Cry and here the spelling of crying. Here in this case, cry, crying. What happens in V4? I said that we have to use ing along with the V1. The same spelling will be written whatever it is in V1. So cry is the word cry, and we have to use ing along with it to make it V4, fourth form of the verb. So it will be crying, and here it will be cries. CRIES. Here we will remove this Y. Okay. Now the fourth one, as I have written all regular, these all four words are regular verbs. Again, I'll give few more examples of irregular. So let's finish it up. Jump. It will be jumped. 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 This V2 will also be jumped. Here this will be jumping. ING form. Jumping. And jumps. Fifth one will be jumps. 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 So these were the regular verbs. Now I am going to discuss irregular. Now here we go with some irregular verbs now. So first one I am writing here. Any irregular verb you can pick and you can write. Here I have written break. Next, eat. Next, do. Next, write. One more I am writing last, give. So have a look to these words. These are the V1, first form of the verb. Coming to the second one, second form will be broke, broken. Then fourth one, as I said, according to the rule, fourth one means V1 plus ing. V4 means V1. How can we change into V4? We add ing with V1. It means V1 plus ing equals to V4. Have a look. Break is V1. If we add ing with it, then what happens? Breaking. I think you have often heard breaking news like that. So breaking. And fifth one will be breaks. Fifth one will be breaks. Just you have to add one S. Okay. The rule of V5 also I said V1 plus S or ES. Okay. Coming to the second one, eat, ate, eaten. Then it will be eating. 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 And then eats. Easy. Okay. Next one, do, did, done. You just have to remember all this. These are the irregular verbs. We do not add any S or ES along with this. So when we don't add S or ES and we write some other word, those all verbs are called irregular verbs. I have already explained. So have a look to this one. Do, did, done. Now how can we form V4 from it? We just have to add ing along with this. Doing. And do. S we cannot add because the last letter is O. We have to add here es. It will be does. Okay. Now write, wrote, written. Here it will be writing. And then writes. WRITES, writes. Okay. Now next one is give. Give will be gave, given. These are the V1, V2 and V3. V4 you already know. V1 plus ing. It means give will be giving. But here you have to take care of one thing. GIVE, give. But when we add ing, we have to remove this E. You just have to take little bit care of the spelling. Okay, so it will be giving. GIVING, giving. And V5 will be GIVE, give. You have to add one S along with it, gives. So here these are the irregular verbs. In these irregular verbs, I have already said V2, V3 and V4, V5. You just have to remember whenever we make V4 of something, we have to add ing along with V1. Okay, but sometimes what happens, one thing remember, you can never add ing along with V2 or V3. That will be wrong. That is not, there is no such process, and there is no such word like broking. You have never heard. So eating, you have never heard. So eating, we always use ing along with the v1. We always use s or es along with the v1 itself. So whenever, because these are the root words, whenever we make any new word, we have to go through the root words. Okay, so these were the 5 forms of the verb. And sixth form is also there when we add to eat, to do, to write. So you just have to remember these 5 forms of the verb. And I have also made transitive, intransitive verbs video. You must go through that video also, because that classification of verbs, transitive verbs and intransitive verbs, is also very important. So it is already there in my YouTube channel. Still, I'll try to give another one more video of transitive and intransitive. Okay, so, and if you're not getting my video, you can just see the description. There I will give you the link of transitive and intransitive verb. So you must go through that. Thank you. Have a good day.